Hi, and welcome back to my channel at Also Victoria, where I'm a part-time reseller on Etsy, Poshmark, and eBay and Thrilling. And I'm going to go over what sold in, let me see, is this the last week of November? So been a couple months. I've sold 19 items in one, two, three, four in all five shops. And let me get started with the gross net fees and cost of goods. So my gross for that week, well, actually from the 23rd to the 30th, was $485.18. My fees were $79.93. And my cost of goods were $26.26. So that made my net profit $378.99. And so then I'm gonna put up here is the what I sold in what shops. So I sold 4 items in my Oso Victoria shop for a total of $104. That's where I sell vintage clothing and accessories. I sold 2 items in my Cameron D Etsy shop. That's where I sell collectibles, vintage collectibles for $34. 3 items on Thrilling, which is a curated online platform down in LA, is where they're based at. It's a black women's owned business selling, like I said, curated vintage. They just added men's and children's to their platform. Anyway, I sold 3 items there for $124, and I sold 2 items on Poshmark for a total of $23. 8 items on eBay for a total of $150.18. So let's see. So I sold the most on eBay, but actually 8 items, and then only four. The 4 on Etsy for 104. So it's hand in hand. Oh, 3 on Trilling, 124. Anyway, okay. So let me get started with what I actually sold. Those 19 items. So I sold on eBay this RS stamp Germany Persia dish. Sold it for $16.40. I had picked it up at the Goodwill here in Ashland for 71 cents. Probably got a senior discount on that. And let's see, I don't know when I picked it up, but I didn't pick it up too long ago, sometime in the fall. And I listed it in September, so September, October. So it took a month to sell. No, 2 months. It took 2 months to sell. And it was also listed on my Etsy shop. And I also saw on eBay this Surah tie-dye flared leggings for $19.28. Actually sold for $17.95, but you include the extra money I get for the shipping fees because I do eBay shipping. My gross was $19.28. And I believe it came from one of my kids. Don't know when they gave it to me, a year, 2 years ago, who knows. And I had listed that actually on the 22nd, and it sold the next day. So it took one day for those leggings to sell. And over on Poshmark, I sold this AE Relaxed Button Front Floral Blouse for $18. And that was given to me by my daughter. And I listed it in November 2 years ago. So this took 2 years to sell. And then on eBay, I sold these black Travelers Chico pants. I actually have 2 pair of them, and I think I've only listed the 1 pair. So these sold for $15 or $15.79, depending on the shipping fees that I got. And it cost me 31 cents. I picked up at a church thrift store in a bag sale. Yeah, I picked them up in July of last year and listed them on the 21st of November. They sold on the 24th, so those only took 3 days to sell. So I should probably get the other pair listed too. And then on eBay, I sold this men's Go black silk shirt. Wasn't sure if it was a night shirt, but I don't think it was. Anyway, sold it for $17.99. It cost me $2 at an Illinois Valley. That's in Cave Junction on the way to the coast, the thrift store that's only open on a Sunday. And I listed it in 1st of November, and it sold on the 24th of November. And then on eBay, I sold this Alberta Macaulay top for $34.20. The ad for that cost me $2.33. Let's see, I also got that at the church thrift store, so it only cost me 31 cents because it was a fill-a bag back in July. And I listed it on the 1st, so it took 24 days for that top to sell. They have some really nice quality women's clothing there. I will go back again at some time when I'm through all my listing of all the stuff I do have and feel I need more stuff to buy or better quality stuff, I guess, to buy. I'll go back to that thrift store, see what they're doing. They usually charge $2 to $3 a top anyway, but when they do fill a bag, because they have so much stuff in the thrift store, that's a really even better deal. And then on Poshmark, I sold the CC 90s crop t-shirt, blue t-shirt. It was vintage, well, from the 90s. Sold it for $15. Picked it up for 80 cents at the Humane Society, I believe probably in Brookings at the beginning of last year. Listed it in May of last year, so that took about 6 months to sell. And then on Etsy, in my vintage clothing store, I sold these Tantrums Christina vest. I believe it's a Christmas. Tantrums, that's the brand, Christmas vest for $20. Let's see, it cost me 28 cents at that church thrift store with fill a bag back in August, because I did go 2 times. Once in July, and then I went again in August, and I had listed this on the 20th, so this only took 5 days to sell. And let's see, then on eBay, I sold this horse winter apron, pretty cool, for $16.20, and it cost me $2.69. I picked it up at the Goodwill here in Ashland, and I listed it on the 17th of November, and it sold the 26th, so it took 9 days to sell on this one. Pretty cool apron. And then on Thrilling, I sold this 1970s tan jumpsuit with jacket that I've had forever. Sold it for $48. Cost me 65 cents. I got it in an estate sale back in 2017. That's how long I've had it. Listed, I actually had it, bought it January 2017, listed it March of 2017 on Etsy. And then I probably just recently listed it on Thrilling, because I started listing on Thrilling in October, I believe. October, November is when all my listings from Etsy went up on Thrilling. So, sold much sooner on Thrilling, but I still had to pay the 20 cents every 4 months. I had it listed on Etsy fee, which came to $2.40. So I actually had it relisted 12 times on Etsy. Cost me $2.40, which isn't bad. Anyway, and then also on Thrilling, I sold this 1940s green velvet dress, kind of similar to the one I sold last week for $68. Cost me $4 at the Senior Center in Cave Junction. Picked it up in June of last year. I listed it on the 12th of this month, so that took the 12th to the 27th is 15 days. It took, I'm trying to read this fine print here. It took 2 weeks for that to sell. And then over on Etsy, in my vintage shop, I sold this frost wool purple sweater for $30. I went to Canada. I don't know when I picked it up. And let me see. I listed it. Wow, I listed it in January of 2017. So how many years did that take? 17, 18, 19, 20. 4 years. Took 4 years to sell. And I made $30 off of that. So not too bad. And then on Thrilling, once again, I sold this brown seashell dress for $38. I paid $4.95 for it at the Goodwill here in Ashland, and I picked it up in 2018, and I listed January of 2019. So this is 19, 20, 23, 20, 21, 2 years. It took me 2 years to sell. Let's see, last many few items. In my Cameron D shop on Etsy, which I sell vintage collectibles, I sold these 50s Canada playing cards for $12. I paid 50 cents for them. I picked these up. This is when I was first starting to sell online in 2010. So I picked these up in 2010 at the Salvation Army in Medford, a town, larger town north of me. And I actually listed them in February of 2021. They might have been, I might have had them listed for a while and then I just stopped relisting them. But now I do automatic relisting on Etsy. So it's 20 cents every 4 months. So I listed them. I have them listed for February of 21. So that took 9 months for those to sell once I had upped the listing again. And then on my Etsy vintage, also Victoria shop, I sold this child's wool vest from I Magnum. It's a hand knit vest for $34. I don't know where I got it. I think I've had it for a while. I kind of pulled it out of my studio. But I listed it February of 21 of this year, or last year actually, because it's 2022 now. So that took about 11 months, 9 months, 10 months, 10 months to sell, 9 or 10 months to sell. And then on my eBay, I sold this Paris Blue black, Paris Blue is the label, black corduroy jacket. It was an extra, extra large. I sold it for $19.46. Cost me $1. Picked it up at a neighbor's yard sale where she was selling everything for $1 and then was also giving away some stuff back in September of 2020. And I listed it September of 21. So that took just a couple months to sell. And then also on eBay, I sold this Thalia Soda animal print blouse for $16. Cost me 28 cents at one of the fill-a-bag sales at the church this last summer. And I listed in October, and so it took about a month to sell. And then my Cameron D Etsy shop. Vintage collectibles. I sold this metal eagle bank souvenir from United Savings for $22. It was kind of rusty, had rust spots on it. Cost me $3.75 at the Humane Society in Prineville, which is a little town in eastern Oregon, when we were going through our travels and vacation, whatever. Because they wanted $3.75, I was debating whether to even get it, but then because it was metal, and because it was a bank, and because it was a souvenir, because it was an eagle, I think the eagle was the selling point on this, I decided to pick it up. And like I said, it sold for $22, paid $3.75. Profit on that was $14.87 after all said and done. But anyway, I picked it up in 2020 and listed 2020. So it did take a whole year for that to sell. And the last thing was this All Points Christmas vest I sold in my vintage Etsy shop for $20. Picked it up for $4.49. I was getting geared up for Christmas stuff. From the Goodwill over in Brookings on the coast, and I picked it up in October of 2020 and listed it in November of 2020, the year before, so it took a year for this one to sell. Okay, so that's it. That's all my items I sold in that's the last week, did I say? Yeah, the last week of November of last year, because this is 2022, January. Anyway, I hope you enjoy seeing what sold or haul videos that I also have those on my website. You subscribe, hit the bell, hit the like, make a comment so I could respond respond to your comments. I love doing that. Okay, thanks for watching. Till next time. All right.